How can
I
self-focus and
want,
criticism
Michael
improve your
Jordan
game
was a
without
selfish
breaking
player.
focus?
Why? Because he always worried about taking care of himself first. And what I mean by that is, he made sure that he was ready and prepared mentally and physically. They're selfish enough to know they've got to get themselves ready for a game. They've got to get themselves ready for a practice. They've got to stay in the moment, and they're not going to let anything from the outside detract from that selfishness. A selfish player knows when to give a pass because doesn't want to look bad. He wants to do the best thing he can possibly do to play. He wants to make sure that he's got the right food in his system, that he's got enough sleep, that he shows up on time. So not only do you have to take criticism, but the reason I say this, and I changed it a little bit on you, Frank, from just constructive criticism, is I had a player, and this is one of my stories. We're getting ready for a game, and I used to say, if you're prepared for a game, the ceiling could collapse on the other side of the locker room, and as long as it didn't, fall down on a bunch of teammates, that distraction's not going to bother you because you're focused and you're ready for the game. You've taken all the time to get yourself in that moment, and get yourself peaked and ready to go mentally and physically, and you're going to stay in that moment. The same way with taking criticism. If you learn to mentally put that bubble around you, you hear the criticism, you hear what needs to be changed, but you're not going to let it affect your emotions. You're not going to let it get into the blood system or your brain cells. What you're going to do is you're going to take that information and say, what can I do to be better because of what that coach is yelling at me? I'm going to stay focused. If a coach is yelling at me on the bench and I'm sitting there with my stick in front of me, I'm hearing that coach and I might throw a couple nods there. But what I'm not going to do is I'm not going to, oh, geez, I just got yelled at. Oh, boy, everybody look at me. Oh, I'm so upset now that I get yelled at. No, I'm going to take that, what he said, I'm going to nod, and I'm going to go out there and adjust and do the things he said. That's taking that constructive criticism, but it's taking it one step further. You're being selfish because you're not going to let that person bother you. Coach, manager, fan, parent, none of them are going to get under your skin. You're going to do this in a selfish manner. There's no other way to say it than that.